Hey everyone, Steven here, Autistic YouTuber, and... What the? How did this get on here? Whatever. Uh-oh. And welcome to Toastamac. Mario made his first appearance in 1981, and since then, he's become a worldwide phenomenon. There's probably not a single person who doesn't know Mario. He's that famous.
Wow. Starting with an obscure reference right out of the gate, huh? Let me guess, you're gonna say, in recent years, we found out that many of Mario's fans are actually autistic, right?
Actually, yes. I didn't think too much about this in the past. I just loved playing Mario games. How was I supposed to know? But if the Sonic video I made last year taught me anything, it's all about the details. And although this does not apply to every single autistic person out there, there is a considerable amount to warrant attention.
So, now that you mentioned the Sonic video, how exactly do you plan on keeping this video from reciting the exact same information?
Well, think back to the whole point of that video. It was to highlight some reasons as to why many autistic people love Sonic games in particular, not video games in general. This time, though, we are switching things over to the Mario games. And while some points here and there may overlap, there are some key differences, and believe me, those differences change everything. Once again, we will look into the video game universe as a whole to leave no stone unturned. And this time, we'll split this into 5 categories. Characters, world, music. We'll save gameplay for last. And somewhere in here, we will go over a secret factor, which we will not reveal until the time is right. So be sure to stick around.
Or they could just troll us and, just skip over to that part and ignore all the hard work you put into this video.
What the? You idiot! Why would you say that to them, you? Blah, 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 blah.
Why does it always have to be like this? Right. Let's start with the colorful cast, the characters. While some video game franchises like Sonic and Halo have characters and creatures that are more well known for their powers and feats, in the Mario universe, they are more well known for their personalities. They shine because of who they are, not just what they can do. And in many cases, this can actually work well for autistic players. The more a character's personality shines, the easier it becomes for us, the players, to form connections with those characters, possibly relating to common traits. This, in turn, can help us feel more confident about ourselves, as well as start points of conversations to have with other people, potentially making new friends. And it also doesn't hurt that the characters in the Mario universe, even the bad guys, are made in this animated cartoony appearance, making them easier to approach, like the kind of people you want to go outside and race with go-karts with.
Fire!
Why is there a blue shell with spikes up in the air? And why is it heading this way? No, 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 no!
Ooh. He's gonna need a one-up mushroom for that.
And I just ran out of spares. Well, anyway, there are so many different personalities with these characters, starting with the red spaghetti-loving plumber himself, Mario. Someone who is kind, brave, always cheerful and positive, ready to help those in need. What more can you ask for?
And the fact that he doesn't talk too much also helps with being easy to approach. But we can't forget about his younger brother Luigi.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Thomas!
Well, he can be pretty clumsy at times, which, hey, lots of us can be like that. It's relatable. And yes, Luigi can be a bit of a scaredy cat that depends on his older brother a lot, at least when he doesn't have to save Mario from a haunted mansion 3 different times. Actually 4, don't forget Mario's missing. Despite that though, if you look closer at the games, you'll find that Luigi is an amazing problem solver. Just as good, if not more so than Mario, always finding creative solutions to difficult problems. You can look at the Mario and Luigi series for examples of that.
Then we have Her Royal Highness herself, Princess Peach. Whenever she's not in another castle or baking delicious cakes, Peach is in charge of running the Mushroom Kingdom and helping Mario however she can. From starting out as a damsel in distress waiting to be rescued, she's actually grown over time to be strong and independent. Not constantly needing someone by her side, but a woman who takes action. And eventually, Peach would get her own full games, where she takes the stage as the main character.
Actually, you could argue that Peach has been strong and helpful ever since Mario RPG. Remember when she helped Mario and Co. stop King Smithy and his army from collecting the 7 stars?
Oh right, I knew I was forgetting something. Now that's not to say that all of the characters are goody two-shoes. There are those that can be pretty rotten. For instance, flip that M to a W, switch out that red to yellow, make him loud, greedy, obnoxious, and a lover of garlic, and
You get Wario!
yeah, nothing too deep about this guy. He loves money, hates Mario, and can release more gas than any creature known to man. What more do you need? Then we have his partner in crime, Waluigi, who is equally obnoxious, but thankfully not as gassy. He can be quite a trickster and might be into tango, what with the rose and all. Can anyone confirm that, or does he just like roses? Then we get to the big bad boss himself.
His foulness, the grade A 100% prime cut final boss, the king of the Koopas, Bowser.
He is powerful, full of himself,
And won't stop until he rules the entire universe with an iron fist.
also he is surprisingly a great father to his children. Go figure.
Not only that, all of Bowser's armies follow Bowser because they actually like him. He's a strong leader that rallied so many different kinds of minions under his banner and made his own kingdom with them. Say what you will about Bowser, this last part is pretty respectable.
Honestly, we could go on and on about all of these amazing characters, but this is as far as you go. Wait, does nobody remember that quote? Anybody? Yeah, I guess I was reaching with that one.
Mamma mia. Enough about the characters, though. Even the most interesting of characters can only do so much, so giving them a world to traverse in certainly helps. A video game world, if done right, can provide a sense of escapism for players, a chance to get away from the stresses of everyday life and onto something more fun for a change. Now, that's not to say that all video games are cakewalks. Many of these video game worlds can provide a series of challenges to overcome, which can help improve problem-solving skills, hand-eye coordination, and in some cases, communication and a sense of timing. It depends on where you're looking at, really. Yes, you can say the same thing for many other video game franchises, and rightfully so. However, the Super Mario franchise has a little something that many other franchises don't. Something that makes this franchise unique. One little word that you're going to hear quite a bit in this video: variety. Ever since the first Mario game in 1985, there have always been different kinds of worlds and environments for you to explore. Some above ground, some below ground. Some easy, some hard, some hot, some cold, some peaceful, and some treacherous.
Ooh, Mario's Tunnel of Doom. Very scary.
Uh-huh. As time went on, these worlds would get more and more creative. Are you familiar with the phrase, "let your imagination run wild"? Well, the producers and developers of the Mario games have taken that phrase to the absolute nth degree, pushing beyond the boundaries of our given reality and turning what can't we do into what can we do. You can relax on a nice vacation island resort of Isle Delfino. You can go on a Mario adventure of cosmic proportions. You could explore the insides of Bowser, if that's what you really want to do. Or you can traverse a land of candies and sweets and chocolates. Because why not? Now, don't be overwhelmed by everything the Mario universe has to offer. Even when these different worlds have unique personalities with bright and colorful landscapes, there tends to be a set of structure built in these worlds that act as a foil to keep the overall game consistent and not all over the place. Like a common starting point, a list of missions to complete, some NPCs to interact with, some challenges and obstacles to overcome, and even some fun activities, if you can find them. No matter how different these worlds may be, so long as the basic principle remains the same, autistic people who play these Mario games might find them pretty easy to navigate. So what else could be done to make these video game worlds more fun and memorable? Why not add some inhabitants there? So that way it's not just a beautiful landscape, but rather an environment that feels alive, teeming with creatures and inhabitants that are just roaming around or even living in these areas. Are you more likely to remember some random volcano, or are you more willing to remember that volcano because of an expedition team nearby that plans to go in said volcano to look for treasure? Yeah, because that's why you go to volcanoes, right? Here are a few examples. In the Koopa Village in Paper Mario, it's filled with Bob-ombs and Koopas. There are also the Twilighters in Twilight Town in the sequel, The Thousand-Year Door. The Piantas and the Nokis reside on Isle Delfino. The Lumas can be seen roaming around Rosalina's observatory and other galaxies. And don't even get me started on the variety in Mario Odyssey. They even have, humans. No matter what Mario game you choose to play, you are bound to find amazing worlds filled with fun and creativity. Who knows? Maybe they can spark some creativity in you. There have been all kinds of artwork made by fans of the Mario franchise, and even fan-made Mario games and mods. So why not you? Let me think for a second. What else could you add to these Mario worlds to make them more fun and memorable? Something that stands the test of time. Ah yes, music! The right music at the right time and place can really set the mood for whatever is going on. And get this, music can actually be very beneficial for a lot of autistic people. They can be used to help express different emotions, they can help with alleviating stress, they can help with focusing on a task, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what music can do for a lot of autistic people. I know. You can say the same thing for many other video game franchises. I mean, how many other video games out there don't have music these days? However, again, the Mario universe has variety in spades. No, seriously. Try to Google or look on YouTube any kind of mood or genre of music, and odds are the Mario games have already done at least one or two of them.
He's not kidding. If you can think of a certain type of music genre, odds are Mario games have already done it.
It's almost insane to think about the mass library of music that the Mario franchise has built in almost 40 years. A piece for almost any situation. You want some music to help you sleep better?
Perhaps you want a music piece to inspire you to do your very best?
How about if you're in the mood for some, I don't know, heavy metal? Right, where'd you put the unsee button?
When I find it, I'll let you know. Both classics and surprises are waiting for you in the huge collection of music from the Mario games. So take a listen to what they have in store for you.
Hey, you want to see something funny?
Okay. Not really seeing the point in you playing.
Shh, just keep watching. Trust me.
Hello, Earth to you two. What exactly is going... Hey, what do I look like? Some kind of button?
Ha 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 ha, got him.
You know, Thomas, you scare me sometimes.
I swear, one day... Before we get to gameplay, it's time to reveal the secret factor. Something that the Super Mario franchise has that several others don't. And it can be a factor that can be very beneficial for a lot of autistic people. And that secret factor is... sports!
Sports? Isn't that kinda left field? Wait a second, did I just make a dad joke?
Eee.
Oh, for the love of Goombas, who wrote this script? No offense, but you stink.
Got him.
Getting back on track, it's true that there have been several sports games in the Mario universe. Tennis, baseball, soccer, basketball, golf, and we can't forget the Olympic Games collection. What I don't understand, though, is why are we bringing this up when we're talking about the autistic community?
Sports is much more than just hitting a ball and scoring points. They're a social activity where you can meet and interact with other people, as well as engage in a common activity. Unfortunately, though, not everybody gets this chance. It could be due to a physical disability that makes it more difficult or outright prevents them from playing. It could be that there aren't that many opportunities nearby, unless you count PE in school. Or it could be that, sadly, they're just not included. With the Mario sports games, it's a different story. Yes, the Mario games add their own style and pizzazz to it, but these Mario sports games can give you a taste of the sport you like from the very comfort of your own home. Why do you think so many people keep buying Madden games all the time? Moreover, you could choose to play by yourself against some CPUs, or you can invite other people to join you. Seeing as how sports games in general tend to be multiplayer anyway, either way, it's up to you.
Hold on. While some of the Mario sports games can be played on Nintendo's latest consoles, there are others from the GameCube and the Wii that are sadly no longer available in stores.
That may be, but don't get discouraged. I was able to buy an orange GameCube for my little brother last year, for his birthday. I was able to find a couple of controllers, a memory card, the wires, and a refurbished GameCube that had been brought to near perfect condition. And thankfully, I didn't have to spend over $500 for it. So they're still out there. You just need to know where to look and where to get the best deal. So, whether you want to try some of the latest Mario sports games, or delve into some of the classics, get some equipment that you need, see whether or not you want to invite some friends, and have the best game night of your life. At long last, we have arrived at gameplay. I know it took us a while to get here, and I did save this for last, but I promise you, there is a good reason for it, because this leads to what I believe is the greatest factor as to why so many autistic people love the Super Mario franchise. Think about everything we talked about up to this point. The characters, the worlds, the musics, the examples of games we brought up. Everything that encompasses the Mario universe. All of it ties around one element. One element that separates Super Mario games from so many other franchises. I'll give you a few seconds to think about what that factor could be.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Were you able to figure it out? The one element I'm talking about is freedom. The freedom to play how you want to play. Each Mario game has their own way of being played, yes, but you choose what Mario game you want to play. You choose how you want to explore the Mario universe and what kind of adventures you want to have. And it also helps that many of the Mario games can be very forgiving. So if you mess up once, twice, or a dozen times, you can still get back up and try again. So what'll it be? Would you like a simple side-scrolling adventure like the original Super Mario Bros. Or the latest Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Or would you like an adventure that lets you explore even more, like Mario 64, Galaxy, and Odyssey? Would you like to go with Mario on a role-playing game adventure like the Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi series? Or would you like to play a game where you don't even have to play as Mario? You could choose either Peach or Luigi, or you could play some of the more animal-like characters like Yoshi and Donkey Kong, or you can go around stealing all kinds of treasures as
Wario!
Yes, that one. Want even more choices? I got you! If you like racing, you can try the Mario Kart series. Oh, good. No blue shells. Wait a minute, does that mean I'm not number one anymore? Never mind. If you like the fighting game series, you could try Super Smash Bros. And see if that works for you. You can also try some of the sports games I mentioned earlier. Or, if you really want to, you can get some people together and have a nice, fun, family-friendly board game of Mario Party! I'm sorry. I couldn't hold a straight face with that one.
Oh yeah, family friendly. Why don't you come back after you lose all of your hard-earned stars because of a last turn chance time? Then we can talk about family friendly.
I could go on and on about the many types of Mario games that are out there, but why do I mention freedom as the most important element? You see, countless times in our lives we get told, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not ready yet, you're not good enough. So much so that it can feel refreshing to hear, yes, you can do it, you are good enough. From this sense of confidence in ourselves comes the sense of freedom. The freedom to try, the freedom to explore, the freedom to learn, to grow, to try again when we mess up, all without seeking the constant approval or permissions from other people. To do good, or even to do great, doesn't solely come down to capabilities. Rather, it's about believing that you can make it happen. Look how far the Mario games have come in about 4 decades, just because a group of people got together and said, hey, let's make it happen. The Mario games have become far more than just a side-scrolling adventure of clearing levels and getting a high score. The Mario franchise has evolved far beyond that to all kinds of different adventures, be it in the games, the TV series, movies, theme parks. Wherever you go, wherever you see, you're bound to find something involving Super Mario. The Super Mario franchise has become far more than just fun video games to play. They have become the embodiment of creativity, imagination, having fun, and most of all, in my opinion, believing that anything is possible. Okay, this is getting too sappy or deep considering what we're talking about, so let me go ahead and wrap this up by saying there is so much for you to see and experience in the Super Mario franchise, especially for those inside the autistic community. So, whenever you're ready, pick up a Mario game that strikes your fancy and let's go! Oh, come on, you know I had to fit that in at some point.
Really? Of all of the references he could have gone for, he went for the most obvious one?
That idiot couldn't find water if he was a fish. Hey, wanna see something funny?
Not again.
Hey, Steven, look! Mario took over a big dinosaur again.
Knock it off, Thomas. You really think that Mario is going to possess a dinosaur conveniently around this time just for the sake of... Oh my daisy! Thomas, why did you have to say that?
You planned for all of this, didn't you?
It wasn't an accident.
Well, I guess I have to do the outro now. We hope you enjoyed this very special video, but of course, if you have any more questions about this or want to share your experience about the Mario games, tell us about it in the comments section below. And with that, we have arrived at the end.
Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.
And a special shout out to Help Autism Center for becoming a member of the Toastamac Chow Club. Until the next video or live stream, see you later.
Bye-bye.